So recently, Meg Thee Stallion has been in the headlines because she's testifying in her case against Tory Lanez. Here we can see on Insider, the headline shows Megan Thee Stallion said she initially lied about being shot by Tory Lanez because she didn't think the music industry's big boys club would believe her. That's an interesting title. Let's get into this article a little bit. The article reads, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office charged Lanez in 2020 with assault with a semi-automatic firearm, personal use of a firearm, and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. Last week, Lanez was also hit with a new charge of discharging a firearm with gross negligence relating to the conflict. He faces up to 22 years in prison if found guilty. So if all you saw was the headlines, and they like to do this a lot in the media, use catchy, eye-catching headliners. But if you all you read was the headlines, you would think that Meg Thee Stallion was lying about Tory Lanez shooting her. Now, this is an ongoing case. It's a very serious situation. As I said before, as you heard in the article, Tory Lanez is facing up to 22 years in prison. So this is not a light matter to, people's lives will be affected by this situation. But the lie that Meg Thee Stallion is admitting to have made is that initially she said she stepped on glass. When the police officers arrived on the scene, Meg Thee Stallion said she stepped on glass, and that's why her foot was injured, not that Tory Lanez actually shot her. It wasn't until things had calmed down, days had passed, that we found out, and that she was open and ready to admit that she was in fact shot. This is her explanation as to why she lied initially.
The police come. I'm scared. All this going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? I'm scared. It's a helicopter over us.
Now, you just heard Meg Thee Stallion in her own words explain why it is she lied about her injuries. She told the police officers that she cut her foot on some glass and that, she didn't mention the gun in the car. She didn't mention the fact that she had been shot, and she knew who did it. Now, I have a few thoughts about this that I want to share. First of all, shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. I hope she is able to move forward and, have a good life beyond this trial and beyond this situation. But I believe her. I mean, when I hear that explanation of, you got to think about the time what was going on at this time. This happened in 2020. This is the year of George Floyd. This is the year of COVID. This is not just a regular day in the life. This is a very tense time. And these are a lot of celebrities. There's a lot of black celebrities with a lot of money going on. Partying, drinking. Police show up. She's been shot. Do you think that it would be wise for her? I can understand her hesitation in telling the police that there's a gun in the car. I can understand her hesitation in saying that. So for one, I tend to believe Meg Thee Stallion in this situation. It's an ongoing case. Maybe some new information will come to light and I can change my mind. I would like to be wrong, but for the record, I'm riding with Meg Thee Stallion on this one. I believe that what she's saying is true, and I believe that her explanation as to why she would lie to the police, that she just said there, I can understand that. I can relate to that. I can believe that. Truth be told, Meg Thee Stallion kind of gave Tory Lanez a pass if everything played out according to what she's saying now. If she was indeed shot in the foot and the police showed up on the scene, she would have been in all legal rights to point to Tory Lanez and say, that man shot me. And whatever happens to him, happens to him. She would have been A-okay. She's a civilian. She has no reason not to do that. But it says something to the character of her at least holding it down in the situation. At least in the situation, in the heat of the moment, She didn't point the boy out. So really, kudos to her for that. And lastly, the only problem I take issue with here is when I see headlines like the one you see on the screen saying the reason the reason Meg The Stallion lied was because she didn't believe the boys would believe her. Well, I mean, I'm a man and I believe her. So here's the only problem that I see with the whole situation. When I see headlines like the one you see on the screen, Meg The Stallion said she initially lied about being shot by Tory Lanez because she didn't think the music industry's big boys club would believe her. I take issue with that because it's pushing this gender divide as if boys have no empathy for girls. I've got 4 sisters. Of course, I've got empathy for the woman. You know, this is crazy that they try to push a gender divide when out of her own mouth she explains that the reason she lied to the police was out of her safety and the safety of everyone near. Not, it has nothing to do with what she thought other people would believe or boys coming against her. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Do you think that Megan Thee Stallion is just making this whole thing up? Tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments. And if you like the topics, if you like the conversation, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you. Peace.